Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Okay, so I need to rant about something. I have had people request rants. I cannot tell you for how long now. Months! Weeks! Dark-sided gargoyles! No, but seriously, okay? And I have been wanting to make this rant for a very long time now, about 2 months, but I needed to wait until the specific right moment. And, you know, it's just like the moon's aligned, the sun's aligned, the stars aligned, poof, it was Halloween, and I was like, okay, something happened last night, something happened today, and then I was like, I've had it? Dark-sided? I got pushed over the edge, okay? So today is my pumpkin spice latte rant, or my pumpkin spice rant. Are you ready? Okay, so let's just get into this. I am, like, literally, though, like, seriously, I'm so fucking done with pumpkin spice, okay? Yes, I love Halloween, I love pumpkin things, I love kitchen witchy things, I love all of it, okay? But it's just saturated at this point, okay? It is so saturated. And it was funny because like 3 weeks ago, I was on a YouNow stream and somebody said to me, like, or I said, I don't know what to do a rant about, and they were like, what about pumpkin spice? And I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect, except that I'm so fucking tired of it, I don't even want to talk about pumpkin spice at this point, right? Because to even talk about it is like, I get that like foamy taste in my mouth, and I have, honest to God, I had not, until last night, had a pumpkin spice latte in years, okay? So let's go back a little bit to when Peter was a child. When I was growing up, I have always loved Halloween. Halloween, to get this worked up on my favorite holiday, first of all, really pisses me off, okay? But, you know, Halloween has always been my favorite holiday of life. I love it. I've always, like, planned my costumes out months in advance, done, you know, haunted houses in the garage, on and on and on. When I was a little kid, my mother, she used to have this like huge Halloween party every year, come as you aren't. And then the kids, we would do this haunted house in the garage that we've been putting together for weeks, right? And so in the kitchen, my mother would have like a punch bowl of like adult beverages, whiskey basically, and then like next to it would be this thing, right, of this kid's, like, you know, like those old coffee makers that are like stainless steel and they have the tap on them, you know, like the plug, and it would be hot cider. My mother would put cinnamon sticks in there and mulled spice and all that kind of stuff. So when you were a kid growing up, if you didn't get adult beverages, which you didn't unless you snuck them, which we didn't even try to do that, we were good children. So anyway, you got the cider, right? And everybody loved it because nobody made the apple cider unless it was on Halloween. You just didn't, okay? It's like eggnog. Nobody fucking wants eggnog unless it's Christmas Day, and then even then you're like, I'm just doing it because I should, which is like, pumpkin spice lattes have become basically the new eggnog, okay? Which we're gonna start tomorrow, because it's November 1st, so every fucking place in the entire world's gonna go nuts over eggnog, and I don't know, like peppermint, birch bark, I don't know, it's too much. So anyway, I just ignore the pumpkin spice stuff, right? I try so hard. It's literally everywhere you go. I mean, it's like, I don't know what has happened, but there has been an infiltration of pumpkin spice over the period of time, right? And so what has happened was, it started before Starbucks. Everybody thinks it comes with Starbucks, but no, ma'am. It started long before that, because I can remember going to the casino boat with my mom and my ex back in the day. You know, I love the casino, and we would go to the casino boat, and we would always, like in October, and we would stop at the gas station, like the Speedway, and then I can remember the very first time they had like pumpkin spice in there. I was like, oh my God, they had pumpkin spice cappuccinos. We didn't call them lattes then, remember? Because they had the fake ass cappuccinos that are basically powder and water, and you mix it together, and then that thing, and then you think you're getting like a cappuccino, but you're not. It's $1.59 of just total sugar. That's what I'm talking about, okay? And we were like, oh my God, they have pumpkin spice latte. Can you believe it? Oh my God. And we all three of us got them, and we just sat in our car and we just like sipped them like crazy. And we're like, oh my God, pumpkin spice. We had to have it, okay? And that was like the same year that the pumpkin spice candles came out, and the pumpkin spice this and the pumpkin spice that. I mean, it was just an infiltration of pumpkin spice. Well, since then, pumpkin spice has taken over the world, okay? We all know it. It has happened. It is everywhere, right? Now listen, from like August 20th, which is like, I love when Starbucks puts a sign out and they go, guess what's back? Oh, I never guessed, pumpkin spice lattes. And I get a venti iced coffee every day, right? And so for the last 2.5 months, guess what I've been asked every day? Do you want a pumpkin spice latte? No, I don't want a pumpkin spice latte. If I had wanted a pumpkin spice latte, I would have ordered it, just like I don't want cream in my iced coffee. Quit fucking asking me. You ask me every day. If I wanted cream in my coffee, I would have said, I want cream in my coffee. I don't want cream in my coffee, therefore I don't order it. Okay, so anyway, every day since August 20th, tiny claps. Every day since August 20th, the people at Starbucks have asked me. And yes, I know for all of you that come here and you don't realize that this is half kidding and half serious. This is a real world problem. I get that, okay? I feel very fortunate that I get to go through Starbucks every day, but I do. Okay, so anyway, I'm wasting my money. Yes, I know. I can make the coffee at home. Everybody's told me. I get it. Okay, so anyway. But baby, I ain't starting no Patreons for pumpkin spice lattes, okay? Trust me, okay? All these people think that I'm starting a Patreon. I'm not starting one. And if I did, I wouldn't have a pumpkin spice latte tier, so just get over it. But anyway, every day since August 20th, I've gone through the line at Starbucks and you want a pumpkin spice latte? You want a pumpkin spice latte? Today, I about wanted to throw my coffee back at this chick, okay? I go through the line and I order my coffee and she goes, you want cream in that? Same girl. Every day takes my order. I go, no, I don't want cream in that. And then I get up to the line and she says to me and she goes, last day to get a pumpkin spice latte. Like, as if tomorrow pumpkin spice lattes are gonna be, like, expelled from the earth. No, ma'am. You know, you can get your fucking pumpkin spice lattes way into February 2018 if you want it. But listen, so anyway. So I'm, like, calm down from this whole pumpkin spice latte deal that I'm going through, okay? Trauma. I'm suffering some serious trauma from pumpkin spice because here's the deal. Everywhere you go anymore, there's pumpkin spice Oreos, there's pumpkin spice, every time I try to buy those candle waxes, y'all know I'm obsessed with those candle waxes, right? Now, I'm not a candle company reviewer, but I do love those candle waxes. You can't just get like apple, it's like pumpkin spice apple, right? You can't just get like lavender, it's like pumpkin spice lavender, right? If you go and you try to buy the room spray, it's pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice. Which, let me just tell you something, and this is what I wanted to say to this woman at Starbucks today. She's like, it's your last day to get pumpkin spice? I wanted to say, there's no pumpkin in pumpkin spice, okay? Why don't we just call it fall beverage? Why don't we just call it autumn fucking leaves? Why don't we just call it you fucking paid $4 because everybody else in the world thinks they need to have this sugared up drink that tastes kind of spicy and you think it's going to be gone tomorrow, but we're basically going to be calling it peppermint bark Christmas time and you're still going to pay $4.99 for this ridiculous drink. It just drives me crazy. There's no pumpkin and pumpkin spice, okay? There, I've ruined it for you. If y'all love the illusion, if y'all love the mystery of pumpkin spice, I've ruined it for you. Go look at the ingredients. There's no pumpkin and pumpkin spice. If there were, I might buy into it, but there's not. So anyway, I go up into Thornton's last night, okay? The gas station Thornton's, and I was gonna get a fountain Coke, and then I thought, you know, it's very cold outside. I'm driving around, I'm listening to my audiobook, I'm gonna get me a cup of coffee. So she's over there, this girl that works in there, God love her, I do, I love her, okay? But I'm over there, and I'm like, oh, did you just make some fresh coffee? And she's like, yeah, I made fresh coffee, and all the cappuccinos are ready. And I said, cappuccino? She goes, well, we have this cappuccino, we have, I don't know, they got the most ridiculous cappuccinos up in those places anymore. And then she goes, and pumpkin spice lattes. I'm like, well, what's the difference between, she goes, well, I mean, it's not really, right? So then I'm sitting there and she goes, it's a big seller this year. And I go, it's a big seller every year. She goes, I know, but this year it's a really big seller. She goes, everybody's wanting the pumpkin spice latte. They say we've got the best pumpkin spice latte in town. I go, really, at Thornton's? I go, isn't it just powder and sugar? She goes, yeah. She goes, but they put something special in ours. I don't know what it is, but apparently everybody says we got the best pumpkin spice latte. So then guess what? Okay, that infiltration of the mind, it starts going in there and I'm like, maybe I want to get a pumpkin spice latte. Maybe it'll taste different. Maybe it won't just be some spicy madness and it'll taste different with that foam on the top. You know that foam that tastes like if you ever make like iced tea in the summer, it just sits there. Like I'm talking about like the stirred up iced tea, the fake, not the real sun tea, and you put it in the fridge and 3 weeks later you're like, oh, I forgot I made iced tea, and you go in there and it's got that film on it. That's what pumpkin spice latte tastes like. Let's not even joke about it, okay? It's nasty. It's a lie straight from the pit of hell. So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm like looking at the coffee and I'm thinking, well, I do get coffee every night. Well, maybe I should get the pumpkin spice latte. I mean, really, tomorrow's the last day you can have a pumpkin spice latte. I mean, but it's not, okay? It's bullshit. And you know they're gonna have them for months and months and months. So I'm sitting there and she's like, it's really good. And I'm like, okay. So I go over there and she had just cleaned out the thing, right? So I put my cup underneath there and I'm like ready to get my pumpkin spice latte and boom, down comes all the powder. And she goes, oh, I guess I forgot to connect it. I go, yeah. And I go, where's the special sauce in there? She goes, well, I mean, it's just powder and water. Right, powder and water. Where's the fucking pumpkin? bunch of lies straight from the pit of hell. So anyway, so she fixes it all up. She goes, it's really good. She goes, I've had 3 already tonight. And I'm like, you've had 3 pumpkin spice lattes? Aren't you kind of a pumpkin spice latte out of it? She goes, no, I love it. She goes, then I go over there, I get me the pumpkin spice, they got a pumpkin spice, Krispy Kreme donut, and she goes, if you eat the Krispy Kreme donut with the pumpkin spice latte, she goes, I'm telling you, it's perfectly life. And I'm like, perfectly life? So anyway, I get my pumpkin spice latte. I'm like, now I bought into the mystery, right? Okay, I bought into all of it. So I go over to the Krispy Kreme. I get not 1, but 2 pumpkin spice donuts, because I'm like, this is going to be, I'm going to sit in my car. I ain't going to tell nobody about it. I ain't going to own my truth. I'm going to lie straight all day long. If somebody says, have you ever had pumpkin spice latte? Because here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. It's embarrassing to go through Starbucks now and order pumpkin spice latte. Because even if you order it, like let's say if you go through there and you really want your iced coffee, but you're thinking to yourself, well, it is Halloween, I should get a pumpkin spice latte. You know they're all in there and they're like, welcome to Starbucks, can we take your order please? And then you go, yeah, I'll have a grande pumpkin spice latte. And they go, okay. They're all laughing at you because you fucking bought into the pumpkin spice mystique, right? So if you're going to do it, you got to do it in a gas station. Then you get this secondhand, toasted down, iced tea, foam, pumpkin spice latte. So I'm sitting in my car. I'm like, I ain't telling nobody. I ain't going to show it on my vlog that I'm drinking it. Nothing, right? Although I did talk about it on my vlog, so I did have my truth. But I'm sitting there and I'm eating this donut. And I've got like a bite of this donut, and I put that coffee in my mouth, and I'm like, yep, still tastes the same, still like fucking iced tea foam, sugary nonsense. It's so gross. Okay, why can we not get inventive? Why can't we have candy corn lattes? Why can't we have gourd from the garden lattes? You know, why can't we have ghosty goo lattes? Why does it always have to be pumpkin spice? Why can't we have something new? I swear to God, and I was walking out the door and I had my bag of donuts and my pumpkin spice latte, and she had that look on that face. You know that look when it's like you sat there and you watch paid programming at 3 o'clock in the morning and you bought into that cream that's going to take your wrinkles away in 24 hours, and you're like, oh my God, I found the real mystery of the world. It's going to work, right? And then like you're trying to show it to your friend the next day and they're like, you really bought that shit? You know it doesn't work, right? Like I'm walking out the door after she done sold me up the river with this pumpkin spice latte and these donuts, right? And she just sat there and she's like, here's a real big bestseller this year. It's really good. Like on the New York Times bestseller of coffees, pumpkin spice latte at Thornton's is fucking #1, right? And here I have, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have it. And so I buy it. I'm walking out the store and I turn in a liquor and she's like she's busting out laughing because she knows she got another fool to buy into her. I was so pissed. I was like, I cannot believe this is happening to me today. But I did. And every year that's what happens. Every year I say, I'm not buying this pumpkin spice latte. But you have to. You have to just once, right? Because if you don't, then you're not Halloweeny. You don't really love Halloween. And that's the thing. That's the bullshit about the pumpkin spice latte. And this is why I'm ranting about it, okay? Because what it says is, if you don't buy into the whole pumpkin spice mystique, okay? And you don't buy the cookies and the loaves of bread. I hate that word anyway, loaf. Every time somebody says to me, you want pumpkin spice loaf? I always think pinch a loaf. I can't stand it. It makes me sick. It makes me want to just, ugh. So anyway, pumpkin spice loaf, pumpkin spice Oreo. Okay, you know, like this year, Oreo put out those apple pie Oreos. Oh my God, they're the best things in the entire world. But no, like, I'm like this. I'm like in the store and I'm like, ooh, pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice. Because if you don't buy into it, what the world is telling you is you ain't Halloweeny. And I want to be Halloweeny all day long. So I bought it, okay? I did. Did you? Did you have one pumpkin spice thing this year? I'm so ready for Christmas to come. I'm going to buy me some peppermint. But no, I'm not. I'm not buying into it. I'm not. I'm just going to drink my iced coffee and we'll be settled with it. I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful Halloween. Don't buy the pumpkin spice. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.